chosen people of God.
But why do you think you're the chosen people?
We don't think we know we're the chosen
Why do
people
you
of
know
God.
that you're the chosen people?
Why do we know that? Because of history, because of archaeology, and because of the history books we have on that table.
So,
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If we're not the Lord's chosen people, then who is?
You know, I think everybody wants to think that they're the chosen, right? So the Jews think that they're the chosen, the Hebrews, so then they think that they're the chosen people. But now it's like blacks try to say that they're the chosen people.
Not just the blacks, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Blacks, Israelites, is what they try to call themselves, right?
You know Deuteronomy 28.
I know about Deuteronomy 28.
Oh, then if you know about Deuteronomy 28:68, where does that fit the so-called Jewish man?
I don't know, that's what I'm asking you. I'm just trying to I'm not trying to do conversation, I'm just trying to
No, I'm just asking a question. Where, since you know about Deuteronomy 28, right? Where does those curses fit the so-called Jewish man?
No, all I know is that there was a guy who's always quoting Deuteronomy. He used to work with me. So I know basically the general idea. Right? I don't know the exact scripture.
All right, well, you're going to learn today because today, right, you ran into... Well, we don't need to know nothing about 5 minutes of your time. Yeah. Today, you ran into the actual priest of God.
Okay.
All right, you got that Deuteronomy? Start, go to 15. Right? So Deuteronomy,
so
right?
The people will be brought on great ships and they will be separated. They will be separated from their people for, I don't know, they're going to be lost people, right? That's what it says.
Yeah.
And they're going to be lost.
So you know this already. So you don't believe that black people are lost, or Hispanics are lost, or Native American people are lost?
I think everybody's lost because the society is the way it's set up.
What's your nationality?
That's my nationality is subjective, right?
What do you mean it's subjective? Either you are or you're not. Like, what is your nationality?
Well, I guess we're all Americans, right?
We're all American by citizenship
if you want
because
to
we all live in America. Where does your great-great-grandfather come from?
So what you're saying is that you guys don't have a nation anymore.
What
right?
I'm asking you is, where does your great-great-grandfather come from?
Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe.
Slavic people.
Yugoslavian?
The word slave comes from the Slavic people, right?
No, but I'm saying like what country?
We're Slavic people.
Stop avoiding the question and answer the question. You said Eastern Europe, and you said what country?
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia. You know you're Czechoslovakian, right? But you're American citizenship because your ancestors came over here from Czechoslovakia.
Right,
now ask. Wait. What language do they speak in Czechoslovakia? What was his native language?
They speak Slovak. It depends on where you're at.
Depends on where you at. All right, now ask the Hispanic brother, right? What language was he speaking before the Spaniards came over here and conquered him?
Yeah, they have no idea.
They have no idea because he's lost. Ask him what was his native people before they came over here and named them Mexican or Puerto Rican or Dominican. They don't know, right? Because they're lost.
That's right.
Because they don't know.
That's right.
Because they don't know. Just like you know who you are, my brothers don't know who they are. And that's why we're out here to teach my Hispanic brothers and my Native American brothers and my black brothers who they are according to God. They're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Hold that. Give me Matthew 15 and 24. Right, give me Matthew 15 to 24.
So I don't have a whole lot of time.
You already know that. You're just up here to cause confusion. You just want to cause confusion. You don't want a real answer because you knew already. That's why when we started bringing out Deuteronomy, you said, "Oh yeah, I know Deuteronomy and this and that." You already knew. You just want to confuse all the other brothers that was over here and that was learning. You want to be a disagreeing
I mean, I'm not telling you anything about what you are, but you're telling me what I am, right?
You told me what you are.
I'm asking you.
You told me what you are, and I'm telling you what I am. That we are Israelites I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Okay. And that's what I'm asking. I'm just trying to figure out what you guys are trying to tell me.
We're telling, we just told you, we're telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native American their nationality according to God. Okay. Who they really are according to God. Not what anybody named them that came over here and conquered them and then named them African American or named them Mexican or named them Puerto Rican or etc. Right? We're telling them what God calls them, which is the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. They're not lost anymore. We're not lost. We're here.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was trying. I was trying to see. You're telling me I'm confrontational.
No, I mean, I tell you,
but I wasn't trying to be confrontational. Here's the thing: you put people off when you tell them they're being confrontational. Literally, I came over here to see what you guys are talking about. I don't think a lot of people take the time to do that.
We're literally
here. Hold up, you can
we're not here for you. We're not here for you anyway.
Okay. Well,
we're here for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The same people Christ died for.
Because you guys are the only ones that matter, right?
No, we're not saying we're the only ones that matter, but we're the only ones that matter to God.
That's right. Okay, well there you go.
Go ahead and read. Look, but this is what Christ said. You believe in Christ?
This is book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent.
What color are these words that are you reading?
Red.
When in the Bible, when red words are being read, right, or spoken, that means Christ is speaking, right? So when Christ is speaking, that's very important, right? That's something that's very important when Christ is speaking. Because a lot of the times, we don't care what Christ here was speaking, we always go to Paul. Because what Paul said, right? When Paul was speaking the same thing Christ was speaking, and this is what Christ said. Go ahead.
But he answered and said,
right?
I am not sent.
Right? Christ is not sent, right? Go ahead.
But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ is only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Not everybody. Not everybody. Everybody is not susceptible to these words. Everybody is not the lost tribes of Israel. There's some people that are Ishmaelites. There's some people that are Edomites. There's some people that are Elamites, Moabites, Ammonites. Now who is the tribe, the 12 tribes of Israel? If you want to ask the so-called Jewish man is going to say that he is a Jew, which is one tribe. And where's the rest of the 12 tribes of Israel? Now I'm telling you I'm a Jew, and I tell you that the rest of the Hispanic and Native American tribes, everybody on this side, are my brothers. Now I'm telling you where my brothers are, and I tell him where his brothers are. He don't know. Why? Because it's a lie. Everything that he believes in is a lie. He's a convert and converted over in the 500s. In that century, he converted over to being a Jew. Why? Because there was the Byzantine Empire, which was for Christian, right? And then there was the Islamic empire, which they were Muslims. And they said, and he said the so-called Khazarian people said that if I go with the Muslims, I'm going to have to be subservient unto the Muslims. If I go with the Muslim God, if I go with the Christian God, I'm going to have to be subservient unto the Christian God, right? But then the Jews left 500 years before that, and they fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. So he said there was nobody over there in that area being Jews. So then he said, oh, well, nobody's being Jews here. Why don't we just say that we're the Jews? And then now, 1,500 years later, everybody wants to believe that they're the Jews, which is a lie.
That's right.
And what did Christ say about that? Give me that in Revelations 2 and 9. What did Christ say about the so-called Jewish man? You see, this is something that the Christian church is going to stay away from because they want to be friendly. They want your money, so they have to lie to you and they have to give you some kind of good news. Well, here's the good news to you. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, the kingdom of heaven belongs to you and you only.
That's right.
Christ died for you and you only. That's the good news for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You got that for me? Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works.
Right, Christ is talking to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the real Israelites. He said he knows thy works. Because black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, don't you just work, right? You work till your feet hurt. You work till your fingers hurt, right? Who built all these buildings? My Hispanic brothers, right? Who pick up the trash, right? Who work in these high-rise hotel buildings, right? As the house cleaner, the housekeeper, as the working in the kitchen, right? Who cleans up? Who does everything, every job that the first-class citizens here in America don't want to do? It's my people. My people. Who pick oranges in Florida and California for $2.50 a day? It's my people that's doing it. We're doing it. Who's the truck drivers, but not the truck driver owners? Who does that? It's my people. Keep going.
I know thy works and tribulation.
Right, Christ knows all your problems. Christ knows about Mike Brown. He knows about Philando Castillo. He knows about Eric Cantu. He knows about Andre Hernandez that got shot down by the police. He knows all these things. The Most High knows these things. Christ knows these things. The angels know these things. They see everything that we're going through here in America. They see it firsthand. They're watching it. And it's making them more angry than it makes you. Go ahead, keep going.
And poverty.
And poverty. When you go to these tent cities and you look at all these homeless people, who are the ones that are homeless? Who are the ones that are poor? The ones on the border right now that's trying to get into this country. Who is that? Is the Jewish man poor? No, he owns the Diamond District. He owns the movies. He owns the record labels. He owns everything. You know what? When you go to the Jewish man's community, he has his own security. He has his own police force. Right? Meanwhile, the police force that's in our neighborhood is shooting us down in the streets. Right? Why come black men, Hispanic men, and Native American men work all day and they can barely pay their rent? We're so poor, we make fun of being poor. Right? We say, oh, we ain't poor, we P.O. because we can't afford the O and the R. Right, he said we so poor, we seen a black man take from a homeless man. We make fun of being so poor because we're that poor. Go ahead.
But thou art rich.
But we're what?
But thou art rich.
We are rich, black man, Hispanic man,
right.
Native American man. This is Christ speaking to us. We are rich. Why are we rich? Because this Bible belongs to us. We have the richest history ever on the planet. We do. You know what they say about about the patent office, right? That the so-called oppressor didn't invent anything. He just invented the patent office. We make it, they take it. It's like a basketball game. We make it, they take the points. Because we're the rich ones, because we have the rich culture, we have the rich history, and we have the rich future. Right. We are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? We are the ones that the Lord destroyed Egypt for. We're it. Not the so-called Jewish man. He can't prove he's on the walls, but every time you go to Egypt and you see the walls and the pyramids, those are black slaves. Those ain't no Jewish slaves.
Right.
It was black people. You ever heard somebody say, "Ooh man, I'm tired as a Hebrew slave"? Right? You ain't never heard no Caucasian people say that, but you always hear our people say that. We didn't say that because we are those Hebrew slaves from back then. Keep going.
And I know the blasphemy.
The what?
The blasphemy.
What is a blasphemy? A blasphemy is a rotten, stinking lie against God. Right? And Christ said he knows the blasphemy. He knows the lies. The lies of what?
Of them which say they are Jews.
He said the lie of what?
Which of them which say they are Jews.
Somebody's lying and saying that they're Jews. And what?
And are not.
And they are not.
That's right.
That's why we didn't say we were Jews. We said we were Israelites.
That's right.
We didn't call ourselves Jews. We called ourselves Israelites. Because what am I without my brothers?
That's right.
I am nothing without my brothers. Right. Christ didn't just die for one tribe. He didn't just die for the Jews. He died for all 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
The same ones that he was sent to, like he just said in Matthew 15 and 24. He is not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Killing these Chris about Sunday. I'm killing these Chris about Sunday. Killing these Chris about Sunday. I'm killing these Chris about Sunday. I'm killing these Christians, I'm murking these Christians. They don't know the scriptures, they mine is all bitches. They tambourine, not the water, dipping pork chops to the Sims. Killing these Christians about Sunday. I'm 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 killing these murking these Christians. They seen the white Jesus, they life is all pieces. They worship all heathens, they serve that nation like dope. They hoes every weekend. Kill these Christians by Sunday. They fall like lunch. And caught the Holy Ghost, now they running. That's bullshit, fight front. You ain't caught no ghosts, now you run out your clothes. Everything's full, Papa say close. Your neighbor, your foe, your prayer ain't no. Your put stay paid, your baby stay paid. Kill these grits by Sunday. They power like lunch. Caught the Holy Ghost, now they running. That's boots, white front. You ain't caught no ghosts, now you run out your clothes. Everything's for sure, your Papa say close. Your neighbor, your prayer ain't no. Your put stay paid, your baby stay poor. Give brother for all holiday season. They got enough food to keep eating.